A question for you to ponder before we get started. Is this during live gameplay, or is there a timeout?
History this afternoon in the Valley. LeBron James.
All right, I got to cut the clip right there, otherwise my video will get blocked. But what they were talking about is that these two guys playing each other tonight, career points-wise total is the most ever. It sounds dumb saying it. Trying to wrap my head on it. Yes, these two guys have both scored a lot of points, and they are playing each other tonight. So they surpassed Karl Malone and Michael Jordan playing against each other. And I've got to ask, besides it being an opportunity for them to talk about LeBron surpassing Michael Jordan, back when it happened, when Michael and Karl set the original record, were they talking about it on live television? Were they actually spewing that sort of stuff to the audience? Or are they only now talking about these sorts of things? I'd like to see evidence. I'd like to see video evidence. Who finds these stats? Who would have ever even thought of this? Just another way to mention LeBron James. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? And I guess LeBron is still cold in his warm-ups or whatever. What is with the hands, man?
Richard, the Lakers have played much better over the last few weeks, and at the fulcrum of their success, LeBron James.
Sitting out. Finish the sentence correctly. LeBron James sitting out has been the fulcrum of their success. This must be the I have an injured foot dance. It's a shame that LeBron is in this frame because that's a really nice shot otherwise. I mean, she is exceptionally healthy. And here we have the ballerina girl, 250-pound ballerina girl in the front. Okay, for the first few plays, I'm just going to zoom in on LeBron and you guys soak in how much work he puts in. Puff. 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 Good grief. I mean, I joked that his job is to be a supervisor, but just look at this. And there he's wiping his hands again, blowing on his hands again. What is up with the hands? Easiest job on the floor. And look at Rui get out of the way. Make sure LeBron has it. And LeBron has the nerve to slap the ball like you snatched it away from defenders or something. What a fucking idiot. Wait for it. LeBron might do something other than blow on his hands and wipe his shirt here in a minute. Just wait for it. No, still not doing anything. Wait for it. Oh, and LeBron can come alive. Charge the ref and not get called for a T. And back to blowing on the hands. And now moving screens. I mean, that's as moving of a screen as can be. It never stopped moving. And we follow that up with LeBron throwing the ball away. Of course, he starts screaming in a way that should have gotten him a tech. He did get touched on the other arm, lightly. Should have been able to make that pass that was 1 foot away with the hand that had the ball, but he didn't. And of course he stopped and left the Lakers in a 4-on-5 situation, as we see so often. And we're right back to observing. Now here, Davis fouls Nurkic, or at least according to 2024 rules, that was a foul, uncalled. So chalk it up. On the other end, D'Lo gets fouled. You know, if the refs were screwing you, they would have called that a charge. It was probably not a charge. In any case, you got the call in your favor. Let's start with a freeze frame here. Like I said, in 2024, AD's definitely fouling him. So, you want to complain about that one, LeBron? Here, take a look at LeBron's right arm. It is wrapping around the defender. In this still frame, he has his entire arm on the defender. The hand is on the knee. And then the still frame captures, well, it captures LeBron. Okay, uncalled offensive fouls. Complain about that, LeBron. That's a carry. That's a Jordan Poole carry right there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course he's screaming. I mean, it looked awkward. It must have been someone else's fault. We got to look at that again. Let's look at Mr. Grace himself. There's the last dribble, and he's gathering the ball, which would make that the gather step that just came down. But since you more talented kids need 2 steps to gather the ball with now, we'll say that one's the gather step. So it's either 2 steps or 1 steps, but there's yet another one. And another one. And watch the right foot now, because he's LeBron James and he just needs to resituate himself. He's allowed to move his pivot foot and take yet another step. How many did you count total? I mean, it's either 5 or 6. Neither one of those is the legal number. And for you kids who grew up watching LeBron James, the legal number is 2. You guys probably actually think you're allowed 3, 3.5, or some bullshit like that. Regarding the foul, you see Nurkic is moving parallel with him. LeBron just looks awkward as F. Thanks to traveling, he's able to throw off Nurkic, who never really comes close to him again after that. And after LeBron gets away with 25 steps without being whistled, he has the nerve to complain. Let's chalk that one up for another one that went in the Lakers' favor. Wow, they actually have a replay of this offensive foul. I guarantee the announcers didn't say shit about that being illegal. Not only is LeBron guilty of arm wrapping, I would say he's guilty of molestation in this case. And here it is on NBA official, arm wraps, offensive foul, offensive player wraps opponent in post. Poor LeBron, such unfair treatment, being allowed to get away with illegal moves right in front of the refs. Yep, that's a ref right there, front row seat, to see LeBron's illegal moves. Do I have to say anything? It's been an exhausting game so far. We are 5 minutes into the first. I'm curious. Is LeBron including that rape job on Nurkic in his complaint about the fouls? I'm confused here. Where is LeBron? Is he out? Oh, there he is. This is a crucial part of that offense. And there's the puff. Wow. Look at the movement. It's amazing what he's doing at this age. A little bit of trivia for you. In a legal screen, are you allowed to jut your shoulder or hip out to the side as the defender is going by? This is actually dangerous, and he does it all the time. LeBron actually had me confused here because he moved on defense. But after I recovered from that, then I moved on to realizing he did what today is called a foul on him, uncalled. So now we hypothesize that LeBron doesn't play much D in order to not get in foul trouble. Well, he can play D and not get in foul trouble too, I guess. And I know that this is ticky-tack, and I know we can go down a black hole talking about, oh, I thought you old heads didn't like that it's a soft era. Hey, we just want consistency, because as ridiculous as it is, you put your hands on LeBron James like that, they call it. And what makes it really unbearable, you LeBron fans who right now would say, oh, well, that's ridiculous, you can't call that. When that is done to LeBron and they call a foul, that dude actually has the nerve to flex and yell at the crowd and roll his shoulders after a bullshit foul call like that. Look at him signaling to Darvin Ham that he needs to come out. Come on, LeBron. Just a few more feet. Just a few more seconds. Come on, you can do it. There's the whistle, and off he goes. Notice that the broadcast has the camera on him as he's walking to the bench, which means that the announcers are spilling their script about how great he is. Are they watching the same game that I'm showing you guys? Because this is a joke. Okay, we are back, and old Puff on Hands is still in the game, so I guess he got enough rest during that timeout he made Darvin Ham waste on him. But you can understand why he needs that rest. I mean, he is everywhere. You tell me what I'm looking at here. Does he actually not know that Nurkic isn't there anymore? Because that's why that hand was out. He was pushing Nurkic out of the lane. I don't remember James Worthy mentioning that turnover. It must have been the ref's fault. Man, I got to tell you, if Nurkic can intercept the pass, that is a bad pass. And it's amazing that after he F's up like that, somehow he thinks that he's earned the right not to hustle up the court. AD pokes Booker in the eye here, and I'm just wondering if LeBron considers that unfair officiating, that they called the foul. Puff. All right, so Anthony Davis goes berserk here. Antics that should have gotten him a tech, so we better take a look at it. And I got to tell you, that actually looks clean. I was expecting there to be a foul, and I was going to say, hey, sometimes refs miss things, but that actually looks pretty clean to me. I mean, Anthony Davis is rubbing his dick on the other guy's belly. I don't think that's a foul on the defender. And Nurkic, that looks like a good block. Am I crazy? But also notice something else. If Anthony Davis hadn't been so busy twirling around and complaining, he could have picked up this loose ball because Nurkic Butterfingers loses it. AD could have picked that up and dunked it. Now look at this delay in game here. We've got a huddle at the top of the screen. The refs have to discuss this because the Lakers are complaining. The refs actually made a great no call there. And they have to sit there and take, well, I don't know why they have to. LeBron just stepped out of the shower, apparently. Why are the refs obligated to sit and listen to the Lakers complain? Did they call a timeout? Did the Lakers call a timeout? Did they challenge the call? The answer is no to all of the above. The refs just stop and listen to them complain. Now watch LeBron closely here. There's no way he could have seen what happened, but that doesn't stop him from acting like the worst call ever was made. Oh my God. It's always the end of the world with this dude. They're going to have a hard time choosing which complaining position to choose for his statue. Oh, and here's the mega travel / fake nosebleed where he actually rammed his face into Nurkic as Nurkic was moving backwards. And you never see blood. Isn't it amazing that you never see any blood? And LeBron just picks at his nose at the free throw line over and over and over again. There's no blood there, asshole. You fucking fake drama queen piece of fucking dog shit. I already broke this down in the video that I just released, so go and watch that one if you want me to count the steps out with you. It's ridiculous. And look at Devin Booker in the back. Devin Booker's like, come on. Traveling. But no. LeBron gets bailed out. What is a defender supposed to do when LeBron just keeps throwing his body parts into you as you're going backward? Yeah, right. You fuck. Show us that tissue later and that there's no blood on it. Do me a favor, count for me how long LeBron is in the lane. And again. And puff. Now Jackson Hayes absolutely fouls Devin Booker here. He's absolutely in his landing space, and he's still jawing at the ref. I mean, the Lakers are just delusional across the board. Watch this. Watch Hayes' foot right there, and Booker lands on his foot. The dude almost injured somebody, and he's complaining that the refs called it. Once again, Jackson Hayes commits a foul. He is not called. He absolutely got Bol with a body. If that was LeBron James, they would have absolutely called it. Man, I'm not even through the first, and LeBron's complaints about the officiating seems to have been pretty much backwards from reality. I don't know what Hachimura is complaining about here. He's not set, and he's in the restricted zone. I mean, would I like if the refs did a no call here? Yeah, but that's not the reality we're in anymore. And why is LeBron wearing something different than everyone else? And this is what the beginning of the second period looks like. Come on, man. At least do some better acting. Well, that was the first period, and as you know from my video the other day, there's a lot more goodies still for me to go through, but I'm going to call it. Go ahead and enjoy that first period, and I'll start working on the second period.